Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. Nancy Sinatra, your father is being celebrated tonight at the Paley Center. 100 years. Talk to me.
Almost.
Almost. Talk to me about having this celebration and looking back on your father's legacy.
It's very challenging. It's hard to do, as you can imagine. We're looking at 80 years and almost an entire century. You know, he really, if you start with the turn of this century or last century, when his parents came from Italy to America, and you go all the way through, I mean, that was during the time of Enrico Caruso and the street songs in Hoboken. And then you go from there to the first recordings, scratchy recordings on records, and then you go to tape, and then you end up with Lucas Sound and all of that. It's a huge journey, and we try to reflect all of that in this great body of work. We try to keep it out there because it's American history.
One of the things that's incredible is to see what your father accomplished both in television, in film, in music. He did it all. He was really arguably the first multi-genre entertainer. But being his daughter and seeing that while growing up, what was that like? Did you guys realize what was going on while you were growing up?
Not really, not at first. He was daddy, you know. He was daddy. And we realized it later on when we were more grown up. You know, but not in the beginning. You don't know that stuff when you're a little kid.
When you look back, obviously he's become arguably the most famous entertainer of the 20th and 21st century. It's got to be surreal to see what your dad's legacy became.
We just wanted to stay around. That's why we're doing all these things. We wanted to reach the next generation and the generation after that.
Does it surprise you to still see each generation still responding to him and what he brought to this country and to the world?
No, because you've got the Great American Songbook written by the greatest composers ever, and it doesn't surprise me. It just takes a little while for them to embrace it, to hear it. You know, if it's not played for them, they don't hear it, so they don't know it exists. So the point is, our job is to make sure that people know it exists and know that it's out there.